spoke one word, and the universe broke. Once in a time before time had a name, there was a quiet village nestled between the mountains and the sea. The people there lived simple lives, tending to their crops, singing songs by the fire, and telling stories beneath the stars. But no story was as strange, or as frightening, as the one about the man who spoke a single word and broke the universe. His name was Elias. He was not a king or a wizard, not a warrior or a scholar. He was just a man, quiet and ordinary, who lived alone in a small house at the edge of the village. No one knew where he had come from, and he rarely spoke to anyone. Some said he was cursed. Others whispered that he carried a secret too heavy for words. But no one truly understood him, until the day it happened. It began on an evening like any other. The sun had set, painting the sky in shades of purple and gold. The villagers gathered in the square, laughing and sharing news of the day. Elias stood apart, watching as he always did. Then, without warning, he lifted his head and spoke a single word. No one heard the word itself. Those who were closest to him later said it was as if the sound had slipped between the cracks of the world, vanishing before it could reach their ears. But they felt it. The ground trembled. The air grew thick. A deep, unnatural silence fell over the village, as though the universe itself had paused to listen. And then, everything broke. The sky cracked like glass, splitting into jagged shards of light and darkness. The stars flickered, some vanishing, others burning too bright. The trees bent at impossible angles, their roots twisting up from the earth. The sea roared, then stilled, its waves frozen mid-crash. The villagers screamed, but their voices made no sound. Time itself had shattered. Elias stood at the center of it all, his face pale, his hands shaking. He had not meant for this to happen. The word had been sleeping inside him for years, buried deep where no one could find it. But something, perhaps loneliness, perhaps fate, had pulled it free, and now the universe was unraveling because of it. A child, braver than the rest, ran to him. "Fix it," she cried, her voice the only sound in the broken world. Elias looked at her, then at the chaos around them. He closed his eyes and whispered something under his breath. The cracks in the sky began to mend. The stars returned to their places. The trees straightened, the sea moved again, and time flowed forward as it should. The villagers stared at him in awe and terror. What power did this man have? What word had he spoken that could shatter reality itself? Elias did not stay to answer their questions. That night he left the village, walking into the mountains without looking back. Some say he still walks there, carrying that terrible word inside him, careful never to speak it again. And so, the people of the village learned a hard lesson. Some words are not meant to be spoken. Some secrets are too great for mortal tongues. And the universe, vast and ancient as it is more fragile than we know. Now, when the stars shine bright and the night is still, the villagers tell this story in hushed voices. They do not know if Elias still lives, or if his word still sleeps, waiting to be awakened. But they know this: the world is held together by silence, and some silences must never be broken. So remember, dear listener, the next time you speak, words have power, and some words can change everything.